One. Good morning, sixth grade.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning to the students that decided to show up so far. Good morning to Amanda, Demi, Angelina, Aiden B, Alyssa, Annalena, Blessing, Carlos, Daniel, Esther. Good morning, Hector Juan. Good morning, Jasmine, Melanie, Sergio, Ulysses, Yair, Zachariah, and Chris Danielise. I hope everyone is doing well on this Wednesday. So today it is Wednesday. Well, let me get the correct packet. Today it is Wednesday, June 17th. What's going to happen so that we're aware, I'll be sharing the screen and nobody will be writing on the screen except my co-host, which is Demelisa, when I tell her to. If you are caught writing on the screen, I already know who you are. I'm going to just remove you from my class. All right, so let's get started. We are still reviewing the same exact thing with integers. We are reviewing adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing integers with rational numbers in multi-step word problems and real-world examples. Let me just pull it off Google Classroom for those that don't have it. It was posted a little bit before 8 o'clock. Ulysses has been a pro with editing it, using it on Google Classroom so he doesn't have to submit me paperwork. I kind of like that idea. That's a really awesome idea that you're doing, kiddo. All right, let me move this over here. So we're gonna actually get started. Oh, someone just came in. Good morning to Jameer, Daniela, and Sadae. Now we're at 23, I should say. All right, we're actually gonna get started now. So if I call your name, I gave you the ability to Hector Juan. Hector Juan, unmute yourself. Great. You're going to read where it says, today's scholars we will review on my screen, sir.
Okay. Today's scholars will review how to solve multi-step problems involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of integer and rational numbers to apply to real-world situations. This is the beginning of 7th grade math. Please refer to the chart below to assist you to become familiar with the rules.
All right, so Demi's going to make 4 edits. In the meantime, Hector, we're going to go over the 4 rules of integers because we need to know what those rules are in order to complete today's work. So Jasmine, can you please read the addition rules for me? You got it. There you go.
Integer rules. Addition. Like signs, use common signs. -4 plus -6 equals -10. Different signs, subtract and use sign of higher number. 5 plus -2 equals 3. Subtraction. Rewrite by adding the opposite, then follow the rules for addition. -5 minus +3 equals -5 plus -3 equals -8. Multiplication.
Wait, hold on. I'll freeze right there for 1 second, kiddo. I just want to point out when you are adding integers, okay, you got to remember when the signs are the same, you keep that sign and you add. When the signs are different, you keep the sign of the higher number and you subtract. Jasmine read subtraction. Remember, we use keep, change, change. So we're doing the additive inverse of integers. All right, Jasmine, take it away from multiplication and division because it's the same rules. Go ahead. And make sure, guys, you make the correction that's in a red square with a yellow subtraction sign, which is negative. Go ahead, Jasmine. Multiply.
Multiplication. Positive times positive equals positive. Negative times negative equals positive. Positive times negative equals negative. Negative times positive equals negative. Division. Positive divided by positive equals positive. Negative divided by negative equals positive. Positive divided by negative equals negative. Negative divided by positive equals negative.
All right, so we just want to recap on multiplication and division of integers. The rules are the same. The rules quickly state when the signs are the same, whether you multiply or divide, you get a positive integer. When the signs are different, when you're multiplying or dividing, it's always going to be negative. So please make sure if you haven't already, you make the edit that Demi wrote on here on page 1 of your packet. If you already did that, we're going to now move on because now we're at 28 students. So good morning to Alex, good morning to Carlton, and good morning to Adrian for showing up as well. So we're going to erase this now, and I'm going to actually take over for a bit, and then my assistant is going to be helping me write when she knows I need some assistance. All right, let's see what we got here. Chris Danielise, I'm going to ask for you to read me problem 1, please. Loud and proud. What do you got today?
Michaela spent $5.25 on craft supplies to make friendship bracelets. She made $3.75 on Monday. On Tuesday, she sold an additional $4.50 worth of bracelets. What was Michaela's overall profit?
Okay. So that was a lot to take in, right, Chris? So let's look at this. If you spend money, Chris Danielise, if you're spending money on crafts, is that a positive integer or a negative integer? Think about it.
Wait, spend money?
Yeah.
Negative.
Right, so let's write this down. Please write these notes that I have. You'll see why in a moment. All right, Chris Danielise, now you made money. You made $3.75 on Monday. Is that a positive integer or a negative integer, dear?
That's a
You made the money.
positive.
Good. So please write this down. Almost there. Then it says, so this is what you made on, this represents Monday. This is how much she made Monday. Then it says that you also sold an additional $4.50 worth of bracelets. So now you sold. So if you sold it, is that money that you now earned or is that money now that you spent?
Earned.
Good. So it's what kind of integer?
Positive.
Excellent job. Okay, we need to know these words. Earned is going to be positive 4.75. And now we're going to write that this was down on, oops, sorry, let me correct that. This actually represents Tuesday, guys. Oops. Now, we know that. Now, the next thing is we need to understand, what does the word profit mean? So a profit, Chris, do you have any ideas what a profit is?
How much money you earn?
Good, perfect. How much money you earn. Beautiful. So it's actually going to be a positive integer, correct? Because it's money in your pocket. So for example, if you don't know this, I'm a health and wellness coach. When I don't teach you guys, I have a business on the side. And when my clients want to order things, they have to pay. But after some time I grow my business, I make a profit on their sales. So now we're going to figure out what this total profit is that Michaela earned on making these craft bracelets for her friends. So now we're going to do this in another color. I'm going to put a text box. I'm going to use it in purple. I'm going to do it here. So now we want to figure out, what is the number sentence going to look like, Chris? So any ideas what we're going to do with the red numbers?
So negative $5.25 plus $3.75
Good.
and plus $4.75.
Excellent job. Is going to equal something with money, yes? Now, in case you're unsure how she got there, she actually used what we did in red. Spent was negative, she said. When you made money, it was positive. And when you sold or earned the money, it's actually positive money. So now we take those three integers and we complete an equation to figure out what the total profit that Michaela is going to earn. How much money did she earn overall? So now, Chris Danielise, what would make the most sense? Should we add the positives first or should we do the positive and negative? What would you like to do?
So what we should do is I think we should add the negatives and the positives first.
Okay. Or why don't we, for argument's sake, why don't we just add the negatives to make it easier? You'll see why. All right. All right. So let's add all the positive first. So we're going to combine like terms. We're going to combine the like terms, which is going to be the positive integers, positive amount, the amounts. So now what we're going to physically add up, and you're going to write this vertically, is $3.75. You're going to line up your decimals, and you're going to write $4.75. And I'm going to make a line here as you write this down, because we are going to add this up. We're going to add these two first to get the amount, and then we're going to do something with the negative. So Chris, what's 5 plus 5?
5. 10.
Good, so we're gonna put down the 0. Oh wait, it's not gonna let me, hold on. I gotta go into, I always forget that after I do this, I gotta go here. So we're gonna put down, it's not letting me. Let me try one more thing. Hold on, 2 people wanna be let in. Let me just let them in, that way I can continue. All right. So now let's do this. Let's just take that away, and now I should be able to write in here. This should, oh no, undo. Where's the undo? Undo. All right, 0. Demi, can you help me write this down? 0, carry the 1. What's 1 plus 7? Chris?
0 plus
1 plus 7.
1 plus 7. 8.
8. 8 plus 7.
15.
Good girl. All right. Plus 7 is going to be 15. So now we're going to have 1 plus 3 is how much? What's 1 plus 3? 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8.50. So $8.50. Demi, can you put an 8 in front of that decimal point and put the dollar sign? Right? 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 plus 4 is $8.50. So Demi, hold on. I know it's a little messy. So what I'm going to do just to make it a little neater is I'm going to put a text box as she writes that, and I'm going to put $8.50. Now, we're now going to take the $8.50 and we're going to take it away from the $5.25 to figure out now the profit. So this $8.50, just so that we all know where it goes, it can go here. Now, because it's a little bit hard, I don't really have the board at school. So I'm trying my best to make it as real for you. So now we have $8.50, and we want to subtract, right, Chris, $5.25. We want to find out that amount. So I'm going to now put the subtraction sign. We're going to do this in red. We're going to try to do this in the red here. Let me just get my little pen going. I'm going to use purple. So we're going to subtract. We can't take 0 from 5, so we have to cross that off, and now that becomes a 10 because we have to regroup. Remember, we don't borrow. That's not the correct mathematical term. Then we're going to go next door, and we're going to make this become 1 less. So this 5 now becomes a 4. I go to its neighbor, and I regroup. So now 10 from 5. Right? Something doesn't make sense. Hold on 1 second. I think I messed up. Hold on 1 second, because my work doesn't say that. All right, so 850 minus 525. I don't think my answer is there. Did I do something wrong? 1 second.
Yeah.
I did do something wrong. You're right, I did do something wrong. Did I? Hector?
Yes, you put 475 instead of 450.
Oh, yes. Okay. I knew I did something wrong. All right, so now we have to redo this. I'm so sorry. I messed up. So let's redo this. I was like, wait, something didn't make sense, and I couldn't figure out. Thank you, Hector, for noticing that. I really appreciate you.
Well, it wasn't really me. It was Ulysses, and then I realized it was actually right, but he didn't say anything, so I said it for him.
Okay. Thank you for noticing. I knew something didn't seem right, and I couldn't figure out where it was because, okay, sorry. Spent, and then we're going to do made. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I knew something was wrong. And then we're going to say that we sold, which means we're just changing the number around. 550. So spent, my mistake on that. That's spent. This was made. This was actually on Monday. Because I'm looking, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense based on what I just said. And then this was on Tuesday. Okay, so now we can actually go and we could go and correct this should actually be 450. Thank you, Hector, for noticing that. Appreciate that. All right, so now, I don't know if I could take this. This has to go. All right, so we're just gonna go like this. This is wrong. This actually should not, I can't change that 450, Demi. Can you change that 475 to 4.50 for me in green? I'll get out of it. So now, as Demi fixes that for us, we're gonna actually take care of this part here. I knew something didn't make sense. So now we're gonna actually add this up. So this gives me 5. Oh no, hold on a minute. I'm having some issues this morning. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Put down the 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8. So it's $8.25 is now the sum of the positive integers. So we're going to add this up, Demi, where it's in pink, and you're going to write, thank you, Demi, $8.25. Then we're going to take $8.25, and here we should have a negative here. This should be a negative amount here. And we're going to subtract it from $5.25. So this is what it should read. So this actually is going to be $8.25. $8.25. And now we're going to subtract that from $5.25. When you do all that math, you're going to now get $3. So it's going to come out to be 3.00 is the profit that McKaylin earned. So McKaylin earns $3 in profit. Therefore, it's going to be choice A. Okay, we're all human, so we all make mistakes. Just remember where it says spent, you have negative. That better say negative 5.25 here. Okay, I forgot the negative sign. So McKaylin earned $3, so it's going to be choice A on your paper. At the bottom of the page, it says answer McKaylin earned $3, which is answer choice A, where you have to fill in the blank. Okay, we're going to take the screen off in 10. Remember, spent better have a negative in front of that 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. And I think every single one of you at this point, oh, shoot. I think everyone now at this point has now added and wrote this down and subtracted. So now we can just erase it. And now I promise you I won't make any more mistakes. And if I do, please correct me because I can't see the chat box. All right, problem number 2. Esther, I'm going to ask for you to read this and tell us what to do. And Demi, you're going to write what she says with text boxes. Go ahead.
Yusuf used his debit card to buy lunch for $8.74 on Monday. On Tuesday, he deposited $8.74 back into his account. What is the overall increase or decrease in his account?
All right, so Demi is going to write the answer on the line. And as she does that based on what you say, we're just going to talk about a few things. So we're going to show some work here. So if we buy lunch, if you buy lunch, Esther, is that positive or negative money coming off your card?
Negative.
Right. So when you buy, you're actually spending money, which is now going to be a negative $8.74. Now, Esther, if you deposit money, which means add money into the account or on the card, is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Excellent. So now, what should the number sentence look like?
It should be negative 8.74 plus positive $8.74.
Good. So Demi, you're going to write on the number sentence line, negative $8.75 plus $8.74 equals. So this is what the number sentence will read. Demi's going to put it on my line here, but just to show you this is your work, you're going to go this. You're going to do negative 8.74. Remember, we want to put the negatives now in the parentheses so we don't get confused. Plus, $8.74 is equal to something. That's the number sentence. So now that we have the number sentence, Demi, put equal question mark. Now, Esther, if I added opposites, when I add opposites, what is the answer going to be equal to?
0.
Good. So opposites always equal 0. Opposites always equal big fat 0. So the question now, Esther, is the overall, was there an increase or decrease in the bank account? Because you started with negative $8.74, and then he added $8. So is there an increase or decrease, or no?
No.
Okay, so we're going to write, there is no increase or decrease because his account balance is back to 0. Even though he added $8, he actually made his account now not have a negative amount. So technically, he is adding back that money to increase it actually because he spent negative 8, but he has to add the $8 to bring it back to 0, a neutral amount. So his account balance will be 0. We're going to move on in 3, in 2, in 1, in 0. Very simple to write. All right, you ready? Here we go. Let's erase that. And let's move on to the next question that I am going to have.
Wait, I lost track. You go.
All right. Let's try Melanie. You're up. Unmute yourself, Mel. All right, Mel, read us problem 3, please. What do we got here? What do you see in front of you in the screen?
Okay.
I don't have
Oh.
a problem.
It's right here on my board. Problem
All right.
page 3.
8. Right. A contestant on a game show has 30 points. She answers a question correctly to win 15 points. Then she answers a question incorrectly and loses 25 points. What is the contestant's final score?
All right, Mel, so let's look at what we just did here, kiddo. So here we go. We have 30 points. She wins 15, and then she incorrectly answers and loses 25 points. What is her final score? So I'm going to write some text boxes here with some reminders. So let's look at this. All right, if you have 30 points, is that positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay, so has is 30. If you win 15, is that positive or negative?
Positive.
Good. 15 is positive. I want you to write here, positive. Oops. Now, the next part. You lose. Negative or positive?
Negative.
Negative 25. Please write these notes down. Now, all right, Mel. So now, what do you think we're going to do here? What are we going to do with 30, 15, and negative 25 to figure out the final score? What makes the most sense here?
So you take the 30 and add 15 to it.
Excellent. So we're going to write number, sentence. So first off, she says you're going to take 30 and you're going to add 15. And then what are you going to do with the
25?
Mhm.
You're going to minus it from like the... Okay, well, yeah.
I know what you meant. I know exactly what you meant, kiddo. So now, We're going to add 30 plus 15, Melanie. So you,
That is
not so bad. You could do this. It's not so bad. 30 plus 15 is how much?
45.
45. Good girl. And now you're going to take 45 plus negative 25. What do you notice about the signs? The same or different?
Same. No.
That 45 and negative 25?
Different.
So when they're different signs, what do we do? Add or subtract?
Subtract.
And keep the higher numbers sign. Okay, so let's look at this. Melanie, 45 or 25, which is a higher number, which is greater?
45.
Okay, so we're going to keep the 45, which is positive. And now what's 45 minus 25?
25.
45 minus 25 is 25?
Nope. No. Wait. Pause. Hold on. Wait.
Come on. 45 minus 25. 5 plus 5. 20. So now you're going to write contestants' final score is 20 points. You must write this work. This is not up for debate. Pencils are moving. I hope you have this pink and purple information and the problem annotated on your paper. We're almost done. We got problem 4, 5 to do. And then you have an extension to try on your own. We got 4, 5, and 6, and then 2 exit ticket problems, and we're done. Your pencils should be moving. Yes. Take another 5 seconds. 5, 4, and you should be annotating too. 3, 2. We officially have 31 folks on. Good job. 1, 0. I'm going to erase it now. We can always go back to the video that I'm going to post up in a bit after this class is over to get whatever it is that you are missing. All right, you might hear Lacey because she's outside. So if she barks, I'm sorry. All right, who's this? I don't know who this is, Kira or Kimura, but whoever you are, whoever I just unmuted, can you read me problem 4? Who's this, Kira or Kimura? Kira, Kimura? Okay, I guess not. You're not going to read.
Can I read? Jasmine.
Okay, Jasmine, go ahead.
Okay. Ariana borrowed $20.50 from her mother to go to the theater. A week later, she paid her mother $20.50 back. How much does she still owe her mother?
All right, so do we have any ideas what to do here? When you borrow money, if you borrowed money from like a family member, your mom or whoever it is that going to be a positive amount that you have, or is that going to be money that you have to pay back to them that you owe?
Money owed.
Right, so if it's money owed, it's what kind of integer?
Negative.
Right, so this is actually going to be represented as a negative $21.50, right, Jazz?
Yes.
So I'm just going to put that in parentheses so you can see, negative $21.50. Now, when she paid back her mother $21, she paid it back to her mother. So if you pay your mother back, now you pay your debt off, correct?
Yes.
So if you pay her back, Esther, help us out with Jasmine. See who we agree with, Esther or Jasmine or both. Esther, unmute yourself. Help Jasmine out. What do you guys think? If you pay the money back, is that positive or negative?
Positive.
Right.
Positive.
Esther, Jasmine, what do you think?
I agree.
Well, it says here, how much money does she still owe her mother? So if you think about it, you're paying back your debt. You're giving that $21 to your mother. You're still upside down that amount, yeah? So it's actually going to be what kind of integer?
Negative.
Right. because you borrowed money, so you owe it, you're upside down, and then you pay it back, so you're losing that money. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You're losing the money, right? I know it's a little tricky. I should have worded it differently. Sorry about that. Now, we need to figure out how much money does she still owe her mother? So what are we going to do with the negative $21.50 and the other negative $21.50? How are we going to set this number sentence up? What should it look like? Are we going to add these numbers or are we going to subtract them? What makes the most sense here? Think about it. Huh? What do you guys think? The two of you off mute. What do you think?
Add.
I heard somebody say add.
Yes, we're going to
That's
add.
it? Do you agree with that?
We're going to add the numbers.
Esther, what's going on? I see you thinking about it. What's going on? We're going to add them up. So 2150 plus 2150 is how much money? Well, let's 21 plus 21. Let's do that. That's easy.
42.
And then 50 plus 50 is how much?
100.
So 43 plus $1 is how much money?
43.
Right. So we're going to say Adiana still owes her mother $43. She's in debt. Yeah, she's in debt. Because she borrowed it and then she paid it back. Now, if Esther or Jasmine, if you paid money to me, you now lose that money. You no longer have that because you have to pay back the debt or the money that you borrowed to that person.
Miss Canella,
Yes.
if she owed $21.50 and she paid her mother back $21.50, doesn't that mean she paid in her debt full?
Oh my goodness, you're right. You're right. My mistake. You are so right on that.
I kind of do the same one we did.
Okay, yes, you're right.
So basically, she owes her mother $0 because she
Correct.
paid
Thank you
it
for
in.
catching that. Yeah, you're right on that. So that's two mistakes I made today. Oh boy. All right.
So isn't paid back supposed to be positive then?
Yeah, we have to change. You're right. No, but
So she's losing like her own money.
but I get what you're saying, right? But then if you pay money back to somebody, you're losing that amount of money. So let's think about this. Like if you pay your loan back, if you take out a loan to go to school, right? And you didn't have the money to cover the monthly bill. You say, hey mom, I need to borrow $300 to pay my loan. So now you borrowed that money. And then when you get that money back from working, you pay that back to that person. You lose that money though.
You don't really lose anything because
She really
they
owes.
give you something and then you pay that exact amount back. So technically you haven't lost or gained anything.
Yeah, because it says she paid her mother back $21.
I know that they paid, but you received a couple bucks, meaning you gained that, but you gave back the same amount. So technically, nothing happened. You just got money, but gave it back.
And then this,
Your amount doesn't change.
Miss Canella,
Yes, I like this debate going on.
are you gonna change the paid back to positive or any of them?
You guys can actually change back the paid back to plus, okay?
Okay.
Let me see if I could, maybe I could draw on it. Let me see if I could put a circle or something on it. Not letting me. Hold on, Nazir. Hold on a second. It's not letting me. I just put a little, no, it's not letting me for some reason. I don't know. I'm going to put like an X on it so you don't write it. I'll put a heart on it or something. There you go. Okay? right. Let's move on to number 5. We're gonna have Hector Rodriguez gonna go do number 5.
Oh my God. He's so
All right,
much
Hector
better.
Rodriguez, you're gonna do number 5. Go ahead, Hector, read number 5.
Wait, you're talking about me, right?
Yes, sir.
Give it 5 seconds, thank you.
It's right on my screen.
Oh yeah, I have it. Miss Canelo went 25.65 feet below the surface of the ocean, and then 16.5 feet further down. She then rose 12.45 feet. What is Miss Canelo's new depth? Show you it.
So Hector, you're gonna actually do this. You're gonna tell me what to write here. So let's do, if you go 25.65 feet below, is that positive or negative?
Negative.
Okay, so let's write this down, negative 25.65. We're gonna put this in parentheses on our paper. All right, Hector, keep going. The next one. Then you go 16.5 feet farther down. Is that positive or negative?
Negative.
Okay, we're gonna add it on, because right, we're still going down. Negative 16.5. Then you go up. If you rose, what kind of integer is that?
Oh, wait, give me a second. It's gonna be quick.
What? If you rose and went back up, is that positive or negative, Hector?
If you
It's
rose,
positive.
So Hector, what we noticed here is that this is actually our number sentence, right? Because we want to always have some kind of number sentence on our paper. So now, this is pretty straightforward, this part. So now, we want to understand this. We have 2 negatives, Hector, and we're adding. When the signs are the same, what do we do? Hector, what do we do when the signs are the same?
When the signs are the same, we add.
Good, same signs, good job. Same signs we add. So
I was
Hector,
writing it down.
Hector, help me out. 25.65 plus 16.5 or 50 is ideally the same exact integer. What is now the new sum of these 2 numbers? Let's start here.
Hey, hold on, let me write that down real quick.
So we're going to add this up. We're going to add this, and then we're actually physically going to add this up. And what do we get? That's what I'm looking for. Let's start there, kiddo. Let us know when you have an answer.
That we need to do that on paper.
So what is the new amount? It's going to be negative what?
Um,
5 plus 0.
I don't have my calculator with me, so I need to do it on paper.
All right. So let us know when you're ready. Let us know when you have the sum of 25.65 plus 16.50.
So I don't know if I'm correct on this, but I believe it's 42.15.
Correct. Now, Hector, we now have to add. We're going to put this in parentheses so we don't get confused. Now we have to add $12.45. So now are the signs the same or different, Hector?
They are different.
So different signs.
Nice spelling, by the way.
Thanks. Different signs mean
We can drive cars.
well, subtract.
No.
Please go on mute, whoever you are, because that's distracting right now. Different signs means you subtract, and you're going to keep the higher sign. Keep the higher sign.
So it's going to be minus something.
Minus something, yes. What's it going to be? What is 42.50 minus $12 or
30.30?
No, try again. You have to regroup. 42.50 minus 12.45 is actually going to be 29.70, and you don't have a calculator for that. So I'm gonna write that answer over here so you can see, because you need to have a
At least I was close.
Okay, Hector, hold on. Answer. Miss Canella's new depth is negative 29.70 feet below sea level, or below the surface of the ocean. Below the surface of the ocean. I see your hands raised. Just
All
give me a
mental
moment.
capabilities.
All right, make sure you go back on mute, kiddo.
Oh wait, I'm not on mute. Oh crap.
Thank you. So again, it's negative 29.70 feet below the surface of the ocean. That's the new location of where I stand. So we're gonna move on in 3. We're gonna do number 6. For number 6, actually, I'm gonna show it to you on my screen. It's gonna be a little difficult to do this one on the paper, I think. We'll try our best. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna erase it in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. All right, let's try this one. Problem 6.
Really low battery.
I have to stop share right now. There's a lot of people that are, okay. Angelina, Adino, we're gonna do the next one. Hector, your hand is up. What do you need, Hector? Unmute yourself, Hector.
I just want to let you know my iPad battery's kind of low. So if I just leave the meeting, then it's going to be my battery.
Okay, you're going to have to join for Miss Wong. She's coming on for ELA. Oh, no, today's Wednesday. She's not. Sorry, it's it's makeup time. All right, so Angelina Adino, you had your hand up. What is it that you needed? I wanted to come back for a second. Okay, if you're not going to answer the question, then I can't help you. What did you need, Angelina?
Can I read?
Yes, you can read, but I need to see your pretty face. You're going to read us page 5, problem 6. I'm going to put it back. Just want to make sure we're all right. Go ahead.
Precious is practicing some tricks on his skateboard. One trick takes her forward 5 feet, then she flips and moves backwards 7.2 feet. Then she moves forward again for 2.2 feet. What is the total amount of feet that Precious practiced on her skateboard? Hint, you must draw a number line to assist you.
All right, this is pretty simple. It says draw a number line. We're going to do that in a moment. Let's just kind of write what we got. Okay, Angelina, if you go forward 5 feet, what kind of integer is that?
Positive.
Good, Demi, draw the number line. You're good.
Positive.
Good, so 5 is forward. We're going to add. Now, it says now you go backwards negative 7.2 feet. What kind of integer is that? You go backwards.
Negative.
Good. Now, it says that you then go forward again, 2.2 feet. What kind of integer is that?
Positive.
Good. Equals some number. Pretty simple. Again, the 5 represents 5 feet forward. Backwards is negative 7.2, and then forward is 2.2. So now let's take care of this math here. If we do 5.0 plus 7.2, Angelina, are the signs the same or different? So 5.0, right, plus, we want to take care of this part first. What do we now get? Same sign or different signs here?
Different signs.
So when we have different signs, what does the rule say to do? Different signs say what? What operation? Do we add or subtract?
We subtract.
We subtract. So now, and we keep the higher number. Keep the higher number. So now, what is 5.0? So we're going to subtract 7.2 from 5.0. 7.2 minus 5 is how much?
4.8. Negative.
No. You have to line up the 5 and the decimal points. 5.0. So you have 7.2 minus 5.0. It's actually negative what? 2.2, yeah? Correct?
Yes.
Negative 2.2. Now you're going to add. We're going to put this in the parentheses so we don't get confused. And we're going to add it to 2.2. How much is that now? Remember, when you have the same opposite, it's always going to equal what number? It's right in the center in black of the number line. What number represents sea level?
0.
0. So the total amount of feet that Precious practiced on her skateboard is 0 feet. Now, if you really want to look at this on a number line, if this is 2, 4, 6 here, and then in between here was 7.2, if I'm at 7.2 and I added 5.2, I would be about over here, which is about 2.2. And then if I add another 2.2, it's going to bring me back to 0. Okay, we're going to take this down in 3, in 2, in 1. I'm going to actually bring my paper to show you something. It's going to come to me for a second. So I just want to show you what the number line would look like. So these are 0. This is all your positives. These are all your negatives. So if you're looking, you're at 5 here, and you go backwards 7.2, right? You're going to end up in the negative 2.2, which is about here. Then if you go to negative 0.2 and you add positive 2.2, it brings you back to sea level, which is 0, which is right in the center of our number line. So then that would be your final answer. 0 feet is the total distance that she went on her skateboard. Now let's go look at our exit ticket. So I am going to call, let's see, we're going to have Kira come off mute. Kara, dear?
Yes.
All right, dear. Can you read for us page 7, number 1? I'm going to go back and share my screen. That's me.
What is negative 6, 9 over 16 written as a decimal? Hint,
Okay.
divide the fraction to find the decimal.
Okay, so Kara, you're going to do this. You're going to divide the fraction. Remember, a fraction is the operation of division. So we want to convert 9 over 16 into a decimal. So Kira, whenever you're ready, you're going to tell us what 9 divided by 16 is as a decimal. You're going to tell me the whole number, please. Go. Divide 9 by 16 on the calculator, and you're going to get some kind of decimal. What is that decimal? 0 point what? Kira? Do we have it? Jasmine, help her out. 9 divided by 16 is what on the calculator? What's 9 divided by 16 as a decimal?
0.5625.
Okay, so 0.5625. Now we're going to keep the negative 6. So now this becomes negative 6 is the whole number point, and then we add the decimals. 5625. Therefore, what answer should we select? Kira or Jasmine? Which answer matches the pink? It's obviously choice B, right? 1, 2, 3, it's B. We actually just did this kind of question. I believe this question was the same question we had with McKaylin. So let's see what we got here. So you should have picked choice B, and all you have to do is show this work. Let me go see who I'm going to call on right now to finish up for the day. Who we have not heard from today? Annalena, unmute yourself. You're up. Annalena, hello. Annalena, you're going to read for me problem 2, which is on my screen, which says Melanie. Go ahead, take it away. Annalena? This is crazy that you're not reading the question because I know you're there. All right, Chris Danielise, can you read this question for me?
Okay. Melanie spent $5.25 on craft supplies to make friendship bracelets. She made $3.75 on Monday. On Tuesday, she sold an additional $5.50 worth of bracelets. What was Melanie's overall profit?
All right, we kind of just did a question like this about McKaylin, right, Chris Danielise? Do you remember?
Yes.
All right, so let's just kind of go over it. If you spend $5.25, is that positive or negative?
Negative.
Spend. If you spent, it's going to be, we're going to write negative $5.25. Now, if you made money, is that positive or negative?
Positive.
And if you, I should put the dollar sign there, that would be nice, right? And now if you sold an additional $4.50 worth of bracelets, is that positive or negative?
Positive.
Good, you sold. Pretty straightforward. Now, Chris, what should the number sentence look like? How should we set this up?
Negative $5.25 plus $3.75 plus $4.50.
Excellent job. I really like what you just did. You did it perfect. Oh, I got to go back and fix the sold. Demi, can you go back and fix sold? It should be 4.50, not 0.450. Can you fix the purple sold for me? And then this should actually be 4.50 equals question mark. All right, so Chris Danielise.
Yes.
So when we added this all up, do you remember what we get? We do.
So we should add $3.75 plus $4.50.
Good. And how much is that equal to?
That is equal to 8.25.
And then,
$8.
good. And then what do we have to do? We have to do one more thing. What do we now have to do with that and the negative 5.25?
We have to add.
Good. And now the signs are the same or different, Chris?
Different.
So if the signs are different, what do we do?
We subtract and keep the sign of the higher number.
Good. Subtract and keep the higher numbers. I'm just going to put the number sign to make it easier. Higher number sign, which then means the answer is what now? How much is the profit? The answer is what?
$3.
3.3, or you might see it as 3.00. So therefore, Chris, what answer should we all select on our paper? E, F, G, or H?
Choice E.
E. So Melanie made $3. Is her profit the money earned? That is what she made. Does anyone have any questions about this? And again, I apologize for the 2 hours that I made. Because I'm human and I'm entitled to make mistakes. No one's perfect, right? Right, Chris?
Yes.
Thank you for your discussion. Thank you for your participation. So again, for number 1, you should have had B, negative 6.5625. At number 2, you should have had E, the profit is $3. So now, does anyone have any other questions for us? Okay, a few reminders. I just want to make sure it's on record so that the other students can hear it. If You have not done already. You need to do 30 minutes a day. It is not up for debate. Also, all missing work and this packet is due to me by Friday by 5 p.m. Let me repeat that again. If you're missing any work and if you haven't submitted any work and this week's packet is due to me by 5 p.m. at Genius Scan. If I do not have it at 5 o'clock on Friday, it's a hard deadline, which means that's it, 5 o'clock, no later. That includes your exit tickets and any assessments that you're missing since April 27th, which is Q4, up until Friday, which is June 19th. If I do not have that work by 5 o'clock, you will be asked to attend summer school. The same thing applies for ELA for Miss Wong, because she told me to tell you that if you have not been submitting your work into her, you have until Friday as well. So get on that roll, get on that moving that truck if you're missing any of your work to be submitted. Friday is going to be the last live class here because next Monday and Tuesday, hold on, Amanda. Next Monday and Tuesday is your iReady assessments, which will be counted on Power School. So next Monday, all the students are coming at 8 o'clock and we're gonna proctor you taking the iReady assessment. On Tuesday, all the students will be taking the math assessment at 8 o'clock on this link.